Hey, everybody knows dirt bikes are fun, right?
Hey everyone, I've got a short video today to discuss the issue that's commonly debated in the dirt bike community. And the issue is whether you should compress your forks when you're tying the bike down for transport or block them to prevent them from being compressed. Now some folks that like to block their forks, now they'll claim that if you compress your forks during transport, that it can damage the forks. Some folks claim that it can damage the seals, it can damage the bushings, or collapse the springs, or various other things. Meanwhile, there's a lot of folks on the other side of the fence that feel that it's not an issue at all. In this video, I'm going to do an simple demonstration to show whether it actually is an issue or not. What I'm going to do is simply pull a fork off this bike, and I'm going to remove the spring, then reassemble a fork without the spring, and then collapse the fork, and then show whether there is any air pressure or how much air pressure is in the fork after it's collapsed. And then that should address the issue of whether there's any pressure on the seals or anything else.
Here I'm going to start the process of removing the spring from this fork. This is a new open chamber Sachs 48mm fork from a 22 model year bike with less than 10 hours on it. It doesn't have any worn bushing seals or any other defects. Now the same factors that I discuss about this fork also apply to any open chamber fork or even a closed chamber fork or even a modern air fork. I've added a zip tie on the lower of the fork to show how far the upper has traveled. I use this for normal suspension tuning, so it's always on the bike. Now let's take a moment and discuss the seals that go in these forks. They use the same style as what industrial hydraulic cylinders and air cylinders use. And when they are under pressure, they are designed to push out very hard onto the sealing surface. Now hydraulic cylinders can often have pressures of up to 10,000 psi. A cylinder can actually blow up even while the seals remain intact. Hydraulic seals can handle immense pressures. Now keep in mind, the upper fork tubes are just thin aluminum, so the seals can easily handle much more than those tubes ever could in terms of air pressure or any pressure at all. Now here I'm compressing the forks and holding them to allow the oil to fully flow through the valving. Now when I push all the way down, there really isn't a whole lot of springiness from trapped air pressure. At least not as much as you might think. There's only maybe a total of 10 or 20 pounds of pressure in those tubes when I'm pushed all the way down. Now when I'm finished and I've let the thing remain at rest, you can see that less than half of the travel remains with no load on the forks. Now obviously different forks might end up with a different result, but that's what happened with this one. This shows there's very little residual air pressure inside the fork. This has been a controversial issue in the dirt bike community for a long time, but I hope this video has shed some light on what's actually going on inside your fork. Now the idea that tying down your bike could damage seals and things does ignore the inherent design and parts used in these forks. It also ignores any pressure spikes that could happen while landing from a big jump or other hard hits while riding, all of which the fork is easily designed to handle. It also ignores that upper fork tubes are thin aluminum and that hydraulic seals are used, which we discussed earlier. And keep in mind that the metal springs can stay loaded for a very long time without any issue. Now if not, the rail and trucking and automotive worlds would need much, much better solutions. And with air forks, again, the seals are not at risk, as high-pressure industrial pneumatics, wait, not these, but these ones, use similar seals without issue, and they can be under high load for sometimes months or even years at a time. If you've tied a bike down and got leaky seals from that, then you definitely have other issues that should be addressed, such as a scratched or dented lower, or your seals are already bad, or there's dirt in the seals, or the seals are worn out, or it's something else altogether. But whatever it is, it has nothing to do with tying the bike down. If you're still anxious, you can always open your bleeders when tying down to release any air. Just remember to let the air back in when you release the forks at your destination. I hope this video was helpful, and please share any comments that you have below. And if you like this type of information, hit the like button and also the subscribe button. So load them up and go have some fun. And we'll see you shortly in the next video.